y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. I have a really good story I want to share with you. It ties into this agenda that I have been talking to you about for the last maybe 2 years, but this is official. So you can understand that this is year one of the New World Order. The Trilateral Commission calls 2023 year one of the New World Order. I did not say it. It is published in Nikkei Asia, Indo-Pacific online magazine, and this article came out on March 14th, 2023. It says members discuss China, middle powers, and Chat GPT at meeting in India. If you don't know anything about the Trilateral Commission, please look it up. Look up who founded it, and that should be all you need to know. All right, let's get into it. First, let me show you this picture. Let me blow it up so y'all won't think I said nothing. I didn't do this. All right, you see the wording, the logo, the date of the meeting, etc., etc. All right, I will put the link in the description for you. As retired foreign ministers, ambassadors, CEOs, bankers, and academics gathered at the secretive Trilateral Commission's first global plenary meeting in India, perhaps the most influential individuals sat quietly off to the side listening. James Baker, director of the Pentagon's Office of Net Assessment, was not even on the list of participants at the Taj Palace Hotel in New Delhi, but his takeaways from the meeting could find their way into policies that shape the world. Hint, hint, hint. Baker is the successor to legendary defense strategist Andrew Marshall, who headed the office for 42 years. He is responsible for providing the Secretary of Defense with an assessment of U.S. military capabilities relative to other actors 20 to 30 years down the road. Now, let that set in your spirit. This lets you know how long they plan in advance to do what they're doing. So this stuff is not happening, that's happening today by accident. It was planned. And that's why I tell everybody you should plan as well to counter anything that they plan. One particular speech may have caught Baker's attention, for it captured the essence of the 3-day discussion held from Friday through Sunday. The Biden administration is trying to convince the world that there is this titanic struggle between autocracies and democracies. I am skeptical about that, a speaker said. Instead, the world is fragmented, with countries, including the U.S., looking out for their self-interest, the speaker added. The Trilateral Commission is a non-governmental organization that seeks to deepen understanding between the U.S., Europe, and Asia. Now, notice it says non-governmental organization. So these people don't work for any particular government, don't represent any particular government, but different rich people and powerful people get together in secret places, in secret, and make decisions about U.S., Europe, and Asia. So basically, it's a white supremacist organization that seeks to continue uh, white supremacy. That's the nicest way to say it. The speaker, who cannot be identified according to commission rules, went on. 3 decades of globalization, defined as integrated, free market based, and deflationary, has been replaced by what will be a multi-decade period of globalization defined as fragmented, not free market based, but industrial policy based and structurally inflationary. This year, 2023, is year one of this New World Order. So understand what the goal is. you're going to have corporations and industries driving policy and structural inflation. So when I tell you, you need to get in these stores and get everything you can buy and go to the thrift store and collect stuff, honey, do what I said do, because prices are not going down. Everything is going to go up. And the goal is to make everybody poor, ration out what you get, and you have to rely on these governmental systems and these things that they put in place, and you'll be glad, because after they get through putting us through hell, you're going to take whatever they offer you gladly, and you'll be glad for the peace because you don't like living in discomfort in hell. So again, make discomfort a place in your life because these people are not playing. At the core of this shift in the U.S., at the core of this shift is the U.S. Instead of committing to a neoliberal free market economy, the U.S. government is driving the economy and key industries toward a set of objectives, such as domestic equity at home and competition with China, the speaker said. In such a world, middle powers like India, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey will carve their own paths, weighing the economic, strategic, and defense interest, the speaker said. Ironically, as the Trilateral Commission convened, Saudi Arabia and Iran agreed to normalize relations, shattering Israel's hopes for isolating Tehran. The deal was brokered by China, with the U.S. having no role in the handshake. And so I guess this is a picture of the meeting. So check this out. Created by philanthropist David Rockefeller in 1973, the commission sought to bring the rising economy of Japan firmly into the West. Today, the commission has expanded to include members from South Korea, India, and Southeast Asia. Fresh from overtaking China as the world's most populous country and with a new appetite for the world, in the words of one participant, India was a major focus of discussions. Representatives from the country engaged in a lively debate with their Chinese counterparts. So, see, the world is leaving America behind. America or Americans are not getting the picture. They don't really understand what's happening. But they will when this dollar collapses, because nobody is playing any games with us anymore. It's just a matter of time. When a former Chinese diplomat suggested that the two nations meet halfway over their Himalayan border problem and find a way to settle differences, an Indian government official categorically rejected how the Chinese were framing the issue. The Chinese side must understand, you cannot undermine peace and tranquility and then say, let the rest of the relationship be normal, the Indian official said. You can't have violence on the boundary and business in the hinterland. It doesn't work. But commission members expressed hope that China would play a part in ending the Ukraine war. Whether Russia will stop the war depends on the role of China. If China decides to help Russia evade sanctions, if China decides to provide Russia with arms, this war can go on for very long, one European analyst said. Members also worried about how the war has disrupted efforts to reach net zero emissions. Here we come with the bull, swanky. The new conflict that is perceived in many constituencies is between energy security on one hand and energy transformation on the other hand, following Ukraine, a member said. At least for the short term, some of these priorities seem to have shifted. We need to now reorder these priorities in a way that energy transformation happens and becomes the main driver of where investments need to go. Another hot topic was artificial intelligence. A poll last year found that 49% of AI researchers have said that AI poses an existential threat to humanity, almost to the level of nuclear type of disaster in the scale of humanity, said a member. Many in the room called for a global regulatory scheme to govern AI. Still, participants were generally positive about the wildly popular ChatGPT and later jokingly asked the bot to write a poem about the Trilateral Commission. Check this out. This is one example. It says, in secret meetings, you plan and conspire. Let that sink in. Now, ChatGPT wrote this to create a new order of which you aspire. Your goals are unclear, but some see the end as a world government with you as its friend. That is the end of this article, but if that does not make you feel a way, I don't even know what to say. This whole story is just wild to me, but I just wanted to let you know that it is official. The people who pull the strings are not the politicians. It's these people who go to these meetings like this one, and WEF and some of the other allegedly non-governmental entities that leave those meetings, go back to their respective nations, and then shape policies nationally at the state level and then locally. So make no mistake about it. We are in the midst of year one of the New World Order, and it's going to be bumpy. Please govern yourselves accordingly. Continue to prep, continue to pray, continue to plan, continue to do what you can to navigate and counter whatever they have in mind. Because as you can see, nobody said anything about the will of the people, the desire of the people, the well being of the people. Everything is about industry and how they can make things better for themselves and to make money. Basically, that's the roundabout way. So, anyway, y'all take care. Just be aware of what's going on. There are a lot of things going on in the country and around the world that, we just don't even know anything about because in America they don't talk about it. This happened, in India. So it wasn't publicized, but it's a very important meeting. You need to pay attention to international events and international meetings and international discussions about money, about the world order, about the wars, and so on and so forth, because they will impact us here at home. They're going to impact every single person on earth. So sticking your head in the sand is not going to do anything for you except for make you more miserable when things do get bad because you didn't prepare. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I am out.